And welcome everyone to Game 3 between SilverSnyper, the red Protoss player located in the bottom right-hand corner of Neoplanet S, and his opponent in the top right-hand corner, the blue Protoss, EQBisu. So, once again, this is Neoplanet S. It's got the really cool ice tile set. It has a really narrow choke into the natural, a pretty small ramp, and an impossible to take thirds. That's basically all you need to know about this map, other than the fact that it's circular. There's no way around the map that is straight. There's two golds in the middle that rarely get taken because they're so difficult to hold. However, I think that's the point behind gold expansions. So everything is A-OK in my book. We do see... Well, this is actually looking, really standard because at the minute and 30 mark into the game, there's not usually too much going on. We do see an early scout, though, from EQBisu, wanting to make sure that nothing crazy is going on. Basically, this is scouting for a really ridiculously early pool, is actually all that this scout's for. As there's basically nothing else that could be on the field at this point in the game. We do have a gateway expand. Ooh. So gateway expands can actually be really scary. They're much scarier than a Forge expand for the reason that you might not have units out for much longer. It's actually, you'll have them out earlier, but you don't have the ability to really repel an attack like you do by completely walling off and throwing a cannon down behind it. Whereas, you will be able to build a zealot, but this wall is this gap here is too large for one zealot. And you have to throw down a cybernetics core as well before you can get anything resembling a real fighting unit in terms of being able to shoot from behind a wall. So it does have the ability to have much more units later on in the game as you're able to start those tech units and buildings like cybernetics cores and stalkers much earlier. But instead, it can just be a little bit hairier depending on what your Zerg opponent does. So you're going to be building that first zealot. Has the gas going down. I'm surprised he does not have either a Cyber Core or a Nexus down at this point in time. SilverSnyper, in response, is getting a pretty early gas after this this hatchery, so he's definitely not going for the same build that he has before. Instead, what we're going to see is I think we're going to see some speedlings. At least the speed upgrade. That's going to be coming up soon. As soon as this other hatchery gets done, I think we'll see another queen. And then I think we're going to be seeing a big attack somewhere around 6 or 7 minutes. I think that's what we're going to see. So, okay, no more queen yet. Okay, there goes the queen. This other queen is popping out. If he's going to do some sort of a big speedling attack, he really needs to have all of these additional larvae. So he's continuing to drone. Generally, what you see out of a Zerg player is they continue and continue and continue to drone, and then all of a sudden they make a huge flood of overlords, and then you see a huge, oh no, that stalker did, in fact, get the kill against that terrible, ugly overlord. So that did supply block. SilverSnyper actually at a pretty crucial conjuncture. Interesting here. They're both going for something much more aggressive. We do have 4 gates. He was faking out that gateway expand, and is instead just going to go for a straight up 4 gate. Although he only has 1 gas, so it'll be for lack of a better term, it'll be a wimpy 4 gate. Not going to have any of those more scary units, like sentries, which ironic because sentries basically shoot static electricity at you. They do no damage. They have a tickle beam. However, the force fields allow them to be very, very cost efficient with the right army composition against, especially primarily Zerglings, which is actually all that SilverSnyper is going to have. We do have 4 stalkers on their way in. However, not many more are going to be able to be made. Surprised he doesn't have that that other gas down here yet. And it's all going to be stalkers. There are no sentries. There's only 1 zealot. And SilverSnyper is reacting appropriately, throwing down another spine crawler. He does have the roach warren up, and he does have some roaches on their way. And I think that he should be fine. Looking at the army size, he's only down by a little bit, but there are 2 spine crawlers on the map right now. And these zealots not going to lead the charge. They're going to be in the middle of the pack. 2 of them back here not able to do anything. The spine crawler will be focused down. The zealots here engaging pretty well against these Zerglings. And it looks like EQBisu is going to force his way in. He's still pretty safe back here, as there's not much way for anything really to get surrounding him. These two queens, though, with their transfuses, are going to allow SilverSnyper to be able to pushing these guys back. He needs to draw this one more stalker back. He did have one more reinforcement wave of stalkers. And this is a pretty tense situation. Rebuilding some more spine crawlers, or moving some down. Some more roaches on their way down. And he's trying to focus down the queen, trying to get some economic damage in, and forcing these units back into the corner. However, he's not taking the opportunity to get a nice good concave. This is actually might be a little bit of a problem here. So the spine crawlers are in good position. The stalkers will be able to do a little bit of damage here, but we're playing a really scary dance here against these roaches. However, the roach count is continuing to rise, as they've not been focused down. He's instead trying to take out that base, which is very tempting, but might not be the greatest idea. He needs to have a chance here. He really is needed to camp the production and focus down all of those units as they come out, and that's something that's not been done. And I do think that this is actually going to be the end of this attack right here. SilverSnyper is going to be able to force him back. Another stalker being forced down. The stalker's not being microed independently, and now that the zealots are gone, the Zerglings are able to get up close and personal, be able to do huge amounts of damage. They're actually forcing down this pylon, and the roaches here are now very close. And actually EQBisu realizing that he's at a huge economic disadvantage. And in fact, that he does not have another base. He took a lot of damage, and his opponent did not. And he's actually just going to tap out right there. He wants to wait to fight a better fight. So excellent hold from SilverSnyper here on Neoplanet S. And EQBisu, and very good attack timing. I just wonder what the difference could have been if he'd had that second gas geyser and had the ability to force field off this ramp a few times, and maybe put one down here, and keep all of those units back here. So just something to think about, but all things considered, it's an exciting game, wonderful played out, and we're going to get here into Game 4 here in just a moment.